Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with something a little different. I was editing up The Next Karate Kid. It's on Netflix right now. I watched it for the first time in 20 plus years. I didn't remember any of it. I'll tell you the truth. All I remembered was her jumping on the hood of the car, and that was in the trailers, and I feel like that's the scene they always show. I cannot believe how ridiculous that movie was. Let's just put it that way, but we'll get into that when I react to that. The reason I'm making this video is I was talking to people while editing The Next Karate Kid about how ridiculous the Pat Morita role is in the movie Spy Hard. And everyone I talked to had either never even heard of the movie or didn't remember Pat Morita being in it. Now that's easy to do. He's only in the movie for about 30 seconds and he plays a flamboyant waiter. And there's literally no reason it's Pat Morita other than just being like, holy crap, that's Pat Morita. He doesn't do any sort of reference to Mr. Miyagi or joke or anything like that, which is hilarious in itself because the whole point of Spy Hard is it's a parody movie. If you didn't notice Leslie Nielsen in the Sister Act outfit here, it's 90s. It came out in 96. This was like the first parody movie, I believe, before Scary Movie. If not, it had to be around the same time. But the point of this is I wanted to show you guys, if you haven't experienced or seen this movie, I recommend you go see it. I haven't been able to find it on any streaming service. You can purchase it on some like Vudu and Amazon, I think, for $3.99. I owned it on DVD, so that's how I'm able to show you guys and do this. But I just wanted you to see Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita, out of his element, and we'll talk after.
Tell me about you.
Well, I like loose-fitting clothes, and I drive a '69 Pinto. Hi, I'm Brian. May I take your drink orders, please?
Dry Minoli and Russo on the rocks. Stirred, not beaten, not frozen. With two of those curly little straws.
Be right back.
All right, guys, so as you could see, that is Pat Morita. This might have been the first I'd seen Pat Morita outside of The Karate Kid. So I was under the impression that he spoke very broken English like he did in Karate Kid. And when I saw him in this, I remember being mind blown. I remember being like, holy crap, not only is Pat Morita speaking perfect English, but he's acting very flamboyant and out of the normal view you have of him. So I mean, it's funny in itself that it's a parody movie that they don't parody The Karate Kid. You see Pat Morita and you're like, oh, Mr. Miyagi. That's probably the first thing you think of, but there's no reference or parody whatsoever towards the Karate Kid movies. And that is literally his entire role. What you just saw was his entire role. He doesn't come up before or after that role. He just shows up at the table as Brian, their waiter, acts flamboyant, gets their drink order, rolls his eyes, gives them their drinks, and then leaves. He never even fights. Immediately after that scene, there's a massive fight scene that goes on for like 5 or 10 minutes, and they go all over the place, and Pat Morita never once jumps in. I thought for sure they were going to be like, oh, he's going to kick ass like Mr. Miyagi or something. That's the point of him being there. But nope, that's it. So the whole point of this clip was, one, you guys got to go check out Spy Hard if you never heard of it. It is an amazing parody movie before parody movies were famous, I feel like. I might be mistaken, but I feel like this is before parody movies were famous. It's got an all-star 80s cast. Weird Al does the theme song. It's got Hulk Hogan, Dr. Joyce Brothers, Ray Charles, Pat Morita, Leslie Nielsen, a dozen other people you'll recognize from 80s and 90s stuff. But if you are not my age, put it this way, if you don't know who Leslie Nielsen is, you're probably not going to recognize a lot of these people. But if you don't know who Leslie Nielsen is and you've never seen this, I recommend you go check it out. I will have The Next Karate Kid up later today. I'm editing up now so that you guys could check out my reaction to that after 20 plus years. I didn't remember anything else to the point where I was thinking, holy crap, I can't believe how ridiculous this movie is. It is cheesy on another level, but it also came out in 94, 93. So it was at that point where like 80s and 90s were transitioning, and the 90s was weird. I grew up in the 90s. I was like 12 years old when this movie came out, and it was a weird time. It was like clothes and movies and everything it was almost like we couldn't figure it out. It was a weird time. I didn't hate it, but it was weird. But I'm probably going to chop it up in a ridiculous way since it's not really anything we need to focus on for the future. I mean, I could see Julie Pierce, who is Hilary Swank, coming into the Cobra Kai at some point, but I don't know how many elements she'll bring in. I also totally forgot that Michael Ironside is the crease of the movie. Michael Ironside is amazing in it. So I'm going to go finish editing that. You guys want to see more of what I do, full-on edited reactions of all the shows on the channel. Cobra Kai is all done. The link for Patreon's in front of me. Hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. Check the link. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.